Laikipia, the relics of colonialism and land issues in Kenya. Kenya's region around Laikipia has become a battleground between ranchers and pastoralists. Western media outlets have made the argument about animals and ranchers, but there is more that needs to be explored, particularly dealing with land ownership. About 67% of Kenyans own less than an acre per person, and that should be the story. In recent months, violence erupted in the area as pastoralists seeking grazing land for their animals brought in more than 135,000 cattle. The pastoralists were coming from Baringo, Isiolo, and Samburu counties. The most interesting part of the story is the amount of land owned by ranchers in Kenya. Cookie Goldman, who was recently shot, owns about 100,000 acres. Tristan, a British farmer who was shot and killed, was co-owner of the 24,000-acre colonial-era Saucian Ranch in Laikipia. Another 49,000 acres is part of the Mugi Conservancy. An additional 50,000 acres are part of the Segera Ranch, and Segera is owned by Puma founder Joe Kenzies. Most of these ranches are used as wildlife safaris and tourist attractions. The profits from these ranches primarily benefit the individual owners. Also, why are most of these ranches owned by foreigners? Today, 50% of the arable land in Kenya is in the hands of only 20% of the population, and some 13% of Kenyans are completely landless, while 67% own less than an acre per person. Western media will probably use the argument of animal conservation because a few zebras, lions, and elephants have been killed. But many of these ranchers continue to make millions of dollars a year in tourism, which ultimately benefits them only. Laikipia County is one of the 47 counties in Kenya. It is located on the equator in the former Rift Valley province of the country. The land in the Rift Valley was allocated to European settlers during the early years of colonialism, while the indigenous Africans were relegated to the Ngong area reserves, which were disease-infested.